Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. Experts say XRP is going for it again. That's the headline from the Crypto Basic. Now, I have perspective from 9 different XRP chart analysts. 6 of them are pro XRP. I follow them pretty damn regularly. And all of those XRP chart analysts this whole year have been calling for the breakout that we did ultimately see. They said XRP would be breaking out of the 7-year symmetrical triangle. We're getting close to the apex. And once you know it, right in the range when they're all saying it's going to happen, even though they don't know the exact day or week, wouldn't you know it, it did happen. Now what they are saying is XRP is about to blow again. It's obviously been moving up since after the election, the beginning part of November. And I'm going to show you, I got a ton of posts literally from within the last few hours, today on December 7th. And they're saying, guys, this thing's going to go. And the price action, by the way, I'll note at the outside of the video here, it's been to the upside. So XRP now $2.58. Look at the 24-hour range. It has been moving up recently. 24-hour low, $2.40. $2.62 is the 24-hour high. And one of the analysts, whose perspective I will be sharing with you, says that if history is to repeat, even just the short-term history, you will be seeing XRP at a new all-time high, specifically at about $5.26 in just 4 days. That's right, on December 11th, $5.26. Now, I will note also, that's not literally a prediction, to be clear. He's saying if history is to repeat. But the neat thing about that is, even though history doesn't perfectly repeat, it kind of rhymes with itself. So it might give you an idea of, okay, this looks very samey. Maybe we're going to see some really ridiculous price action soon. That's plausible, because in bull runs like this, even as a coin like XRP consolidates after a massive move, you don't have to wait half a year, 12 months to see another move. We're not in a bear market. This isn't some sort of long-range accumulation scheme that we're in right now. No. This is the bull market, and we're in the last X number of months, whether it's 3, 4, 5, 6 months, whatever it ends up being. We're in the final phase of this before it starts going completely ridiculously parabolic. And so you don't have to wait long. And that's just fact. It's not just true of XRP, by the way. When coins go, they go. But before going further, I do want to be clear. I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. Now, as I record this latest Moon Lambo hot jam, it is 7:16 p.m. Central Time, which is my time zone, on Saturday, December 7th, 2024. Bitcoin is slightly over $100,000. Looking forward to see that break more notably to the upside here, which I suspect is a virtual inevitability anyway. Market certainly seems to expect that. Or at least crypto Twitter does, I can say that. Here's the Crypto Fear and Greed Index at 79 out of 100, so we are back into extreme greed. Not terribly surprising. A couple things I want to point out, and then the rest of the video is 100% analysis from XRP chart, guys. But I want you to understand this in the context of more broadly what's happening in crypto, because it'll just make you feel, frankly, probably that more excited and confident about what's about to happen with XRP, because the market moves in tandem. XRP has never run to a new all-time high when the market's not hot. The whole market moves in tandem. And we are at that moment where things are starting to break out. Not just Bitcoin. In fact, here's the Total 2 chart. That's the name of the chart, which is the crypto total market cap excluding Bitcoin. So every coin, all those altcoins, Bitcoin's not on this thing. And here's what popular chart analyst Mustache shared with his 146,000 followers on X. Total 2 has broken through the greater than 70 level on the RSI, the Relative Strength Index monthly chart. In the past cycles, this has led to exponential increases for most altcoins. I don't know how many have seen this chart back then, but everything is going really nicely according to plan. And so this will help you to understand just the degree to which history does keep roughly playing out the same over and over and over again. So we've now broken out of this reaccumulation period that we've been in throughout most of this year, because yes, we had that run up. The market peaked in March earlier this year. Then we it went down and accumulated, frankly, for most of the rest of the year. And then November, after the election, pop right onto the upside. And here we are. So, but you can see that compared to the previous cycle, and then also to the cycle before that, the reaccumulation back in 2016 even. And that would have been scary back then if you're living through it. It would have felt the same. And oh my God, it's never going to go. And I buy stuff and the price goes down. What am I doing? But then it pops. And then you get life-changing wealth. And then it's the same thing. Bear market, accumulation. But then that leads you to 2020. Reaccumulation here. And then pop to the upside. Now, the thing that's even more exciting about this, frankly, is that most analysts say that this looks a lot more like the 2017 bull run than it does the 2021 run. And that would be incredible because 2017 was way more bonkers. If you were there, you know. And I was there for the tail end of it. That's when I jumped into crypto. Then you can also see down here, he's got the relative strength index. It's a similar story. It's like even when you jump into overbought territory, it can sustain itself much higher for long periods of time. So we're not there yet, but you see how it keeps roughly looking the same. So like even from the last cycle to the one before that, it doesn't literally look exactly the same, but you can see behaviorally what humans were doing to get the chart to look like this, both in terms of the price action above and the relative strength index that correlates with it below. See what I'm saying? That's why you should be excited here, and XRP is a part of that. Here you have a post from chart analyst Jelly. Bitcoin dominance has broken down. The last time this happened, altcoins rallied like no tomorrow. Everything looks like it's like that. Let me reread that sentence. Everything looks like that is about to happen again. Just a weirdly worded sentence, so then my brain didn't process it properly. Anyway, he says millionaires will be made. Now, that's certainly true. Millionaires already have been made this cycle to this point, and we haven't even got to the craziest part yet. But it's true. You can see the altcoin market popping here on the top chart, and then you see Bitcoin dominance dropping, which you should expect. Because as more people jump into crypto, the excitement, it's no longer with Bitcoin. People get that. You're not going to get a crazy multiplier effect with Bitcoin, even if it actually were to 2 or 3x, which would be ridiculously wild. Even if it does that, who freaking cares? You can do that in 5 minutes with a freaking altcoin, right? And the whole market moves in tandem, so it's like, duh, what's the better opportunity? And so money does rotate ultimately out of Bitcoin into other coins. But even if there's money flowing into Bitcoin to drive the price up, more money's going into altcoins, so that results in Bitcoin dominance decreasing, which happens every single cycle. And we're starting to see that now. We've been seeing, especially this month. But that's a major signal. Alt season is here. And the vast majority of the analysts that I follow have already stated, yeah, we're officially in alt season. Like, this is that moment. And so as far as this headline, I don't need to read this article. It's from the Crypto Basic. It's the one I showed at the outset of the video. Experts say XRP is going for it again. Yeah. And so they shared a perspective from this analyst, All Street Bets, with 146,000 followers. I'm not familiar with this guy. But this is from a couple days ago. XRP going for it again, LOL is what he wrote. So he's confident, yeah, this thing's about to break. And that was 2 days ago. But let me show you mostly stuff that has happened within like the last few hours and from today, at least from this morning. So there was this post from Crypto Insight UK, and this was from, just this morning, 10:23 a.m. And so here, XRP chart on your screen here. And he writes, when XRP last had a range-based correction, the 0.5 to 0.618 acted as key resistance. Once we broke this level, we hit a full 4.236 extension in 3 days and 17 hours. And that's what he's referencing right here on the screen for those of you that care to look. Then he says, we are currently fighting these levels again. And so look, what he's highlighting here, to be clear, like this is the end of November, like roughly the last, not literally, but if you look at the screen, you can see what I'm talking about. It's before this month started, because most of December's been a little bit less exciting for XRP, if I can even say that. It's hard to say that with a straight face because it's still ridiculous. But that excitement that we saw in November, you'll see in a second. He's like, yeah, it's going to come back with a vengeance here. And so he says we're fighting these levels again. And then he writes, a repeat would put us at $5.26 by December 11th if we break today. I will add, as the move continues, I expect the velocity to also continue. I know people will think I'm crazy, but realistically, it should probably happen faster than before on the break of retracement levels. And so I will note, and so he again, not a prediction, he's saying if history is to kind of do what it did recently, that would put you at $5.26 by December 11th, so 4 days from now. And so that's if you see a break beginning literally today. And it's moved up a little bit, but I wouldn't. And this isn't like some sort of hard and fast break, obviously. But we seem to be on the cusp of this. If most analysts that I follow are correct here, anyway. And what he's stating here in terms of how the velocity can pick up, and so it could actually dwarf what we just saw in November in very short order, that does happen in crypto. And so there's actually a post here from chart analyst Credible Crypto, because he was actually on with Crypto Insight UK a couple days or so ago, and I watched the video that they did together, and it was like 51 minutes long, and I talked about it a couple days ago. It's worth watching for sure, especially if you want to get into the weeds, because it gets a little bit more tech specific, in terms of technical analysis. So if that's your cup of tea, you'll definitely love it. But one of the things that Credible Crypto noted in speaking with Crypto Insight UK, and they certainly agree on this, and he pointed out why. And I'm not going to repeat a bunch of TA. I try not to do that on this channel. That's not my jam. I think most people are like me, and they just want to know, okay, what do most analysts think is most probable? Like, let's cut to the chase. That's what I think. That's most people. That's how I am anyway. So, but he did lay out, if you want to see the technical reasons, he cited why the next wave up in terms of chart analysis, just structurally, what you should expect would be a break that's much more aggressive than what we saw throughout November. And so Credible Crypto here, he was saying, hey guys, you should check out this video. I think that XRP is going to go to double digits sooner than most think. And in the clip that he shared right here, what he was citing is that he'd expect XRP from where it's already at to increase by upwards of $4 and in short order. So a more aggressive move actually than what we've seen in November. And in terms of chart analysis, he argues specifically why it is very reasonable and why you should expect that to happen actually. And so again, if you want the specifics, go check that out. You can go to Crypto Insight UK's channel, and it'll be like one of the first videos that pops up there. If you're watching roughly when I publish this anyway, but it'll have Credible Crypto's logo, and then you can see Crypto Insight UK there, so you'll know the one, and it's like 50 or 51 minutes. But yeah, he's arguing exactly that. And so, as far as I'm concerned anyway, like, it's just a matter of time. Like, XRP was never going to set out this bull run. Like, I've been insisting for the whole time leading up to this whole year and before that. I've been arguing like, no, anybody that thinks it's not going to happen, they have a broken brain. It's absolutely going to, of course it's going to persist. The coin with some of the strongest fundamentals, arguably in the entire space. It's always been in the top 10 coins by market cap, that keeps growing in terms of developer activity, in terms of wallets created, pick metrics, and amendments that make the chain more useful that have been passing. All this is happening, but no, XRP, it was never going to hit a new all-time high ever again. You freaking idiot. Anybody that thinks that, they have applesauce brains. That's the case. Then we had this post from chart analyst Mikey Bull Crypto, another analyst, and this is also from just this morning. Believes we're going much higher. XRP USD chart. XRP in preparation for the next move to $4 after the breakout and retest. So he thinks it's imminent as well. And this is what I keep seeing from tons of analysts today. Here's another one from just a few hours ago. This is 4:05 p.m. Central Time. Chart analyst Javon Marks, XRP being above $2.47 means $4.80 is in play. So right now, new all-time highs and another nearly 90% upside move is on the table. I buy it. I don't know if it's going to happen literally today, tomorrow, or if we actually do have to wait a week, or who knows. We're not going to have to wait that much longer. That's a virtual certainty. Not in a bull run. And I've been running this channel almost 6 years now, and if you've been following me for most of that time, you'll know I don't normally talk like this. I talk like this when we're in a bull run where it makes sense to believe that we can have really quick and really big moves like that. This is the time where you should be expecting that, and that's the reason that I talk like this right now. I don't normally. I always have the optimism that at some point in the future, yes, we're going to hit a new all-time high. We're at that point, folks. Like, we're there. I don't know what more has to happen to prove it to you. Look what's happened since early November. Like, we are there. And so if you're talking about double digits, what if these guys are right? Because so many of them are calling for $10, $20, $30 XRP, depending on what analyst you're talking about, which will make the price now that XRP's at look cheap if that happens. And so I don't make price predictions, but I don't think any of that's crazy. I really don't. And I've been articulating why a lot lately. Here's a chart analyst Crypto Michael. This is just from this morning. He agrees. He says, the next XRP leg up could take it to all-time high. See, and look, these analysts, all of these ones, except for that one I said I don't follow, all of them, they called that for XRP to break to the upside. So, and I noticed the analysts that say XRP is not going to go any higher this market cycle, none of them knew it was going to run in the first place this year. Why would you listen to them? Like, They have a bad track record. That's not and so many of them, most of them, frankly, they have an irrational hatred of XRP that stems back years and years, which you can verify by looking at their social media activity. They yell and scream at alphanumeric code, the XRP ledger. Okay, have fun. Here's a post from Charting Guy. XRP looks ready for a leg higher to tackle all-time highs. And then there's this from chart analyst Don Alt, shared this with his 629,000 followers. This guy, he hates XRP. He is one of the irrational XRP haters. He's got a massive following, though. But he's, to his credit at least, he's being intellectually honest at this point in the cycle. And like, yeah, it's ridiculous, and it's going to be more funny because it's going to keep going up. That's the type of stuff that he's been posting here. And so just this afternoon at 3:26 p.m., 4 hours ago, he wrote, XRP looks like it wants to go for round 2. Absurd. So look, he admits it at least. So like, again, like I said, credit where it's due. He's kind of a jackass about XRP, but I mean, he's at least being intellectually honest here. Absurd. Is it really absurd, though? I understand that some people are going to feel that way, but is it absurd or just really, really obvious that this was going to happen? I think it's the latter, frankly, here. And then there's this post, this analyst I'm not particularly familiar with. I just came across this Sistine Research. And it was just kind of highlighting the same thing. It simply wrote XRP USD. And so, in speaking about going for round 2 here, and this is in line with what a lot of these analysts have kind of been pointing out. This is a chart going back to roughly the middle of November this year. And you can see, like, we'd have this exciting run up, and then there'd be like, you know, a day or 2 or 3 or whatever, kind of sideways price action, and a little, so it's a very short-term consolidation, and then another burst, and then because you hit resistance, and then more consolidation, and then another burst, and now we're at this phase like, okay, we did a, you know, X number of days here, consolidating further. What do you think happens next? This thing is not done. Absolutely not done. That's my strong conviction. And I understand, of course, nobody can technically know anything for sure. I'm not pretending like I'm some sort of all-knowing prophet or something. I'm a dude on the internet named Moon Lambo, the stupidest name I could have picked, although it is because I have a sense of humor. But this is my conviction, and I think it makes sense based on, you know, tons, and I'm not a chart guy myself, but just the chart analysis that I've seen from reputable analysts, and then on top of that, just having a historical perspective and having watched this in real time for the last 7 years of my life. I know that this stuff can happen, and when something's been consolidating this long, my God. And nothing in this entire asset class, and I literally mean nothing, no coin has ever consolidated as long as XRP has. 7 years. And the SEC, frankly, they forced it. We missed the last cycle in terms of hitting a new all-time high. So they forced longer consolidation, but the dorky phrase is the wider the base, the higher in space, meaning the longer something consolidates, the greater the force with which it will break out when it breaks. And so that can mean to the upside or the downside, but since we're in a bull market, it's always made more sense that the force would be to the upside, and here we are, wouldn't you know it. I'm not surprised at all, and I hope you're not either. So yes, we may be looking at a new all-time high in very, very, very short order. And that's when I get to pop open my next bottle of XRP wine. I bought a number of these bottles. They're XRP branded wine bottles. And the first one I popped in July of last year, July 13th, when XRP got legal clarity. And I thought about popping the second one when we got the news about Gary Gensler and he's resigning. But I was like, no. My plan really, it always was to open the next one when XRP hits a new all-time high. And that could be any day. I'll just be living my day and I'll wake up like, oh, it's time to drink XRP wine now. And I'm very much looking forward to that. I'm very much looking forward to it. It's the little things here. And then I'll probably open another one when I finally sell my first XRP, or maybe when I've sold most of my XRP, but something to celebrate some massive profits after holding for 7 years now. But yeah, lots to look forward to. I'll stop yapping. I hope you're as excited as me, as always, because this is the time where it does make sense to be excited. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say, all right? That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the Moon Lambo.